answer for you.
A little early, but I'll still say it.
Recording in progress.
All right, everyone, welcome to today's post-game press conference following a Dallas Wings 89-72 victory over the Washington Mystics. We'll take questions in the room first, and then we'll switch over to Zoom. So, go ahead, get us started there, bud.
Hey, Coach, I see you looking at the box sheet.
Yes.
What stands out to you?
May frame it. Yeah, you know what stands out? I mean, there's a lot that stands out. This was definitely a great team win. The rebounds. I mean, we out-rebounded them 54-24. That's a great feat. The assist. We had 24 assists. Field goals, 33 for 73 for 45%. Fast break points, 20. Paint points, 42. And I love the adjustment at halftime. You know, Miss Atkins did an incredible job in the first half. We held her to only one field goal in the second, which was unbelievable. That was an incredible job by the team. Sod 2 has been ill. You know, I told her to stick with the antibodies. Yeah. She scored 27 points and 15 rebounds. We're looking at, you know, Reek that she'll say it, you know, struggled a little bit in the first half, but come back in the second half and let her presence be felt. You know, a lot of great players, that's what they will do, and she is one of them. I just told her, I said, man, I just want her on my team from now on. And then a lot of great contributions from other players. Tiara, you know, getting 11 rebounds. Let's talk about the little guard, Crystal, with the 7. I mean, so I just thought it was a great team effort.
And then I saw you at the end of the game. You hugged Sod 2, and you were hyping the crowd up. What were some of the words that you said to her?
On Sod 2?
At the end of the game. Oh, when she came out?
Yeah, just how proud I was, because I know she hasn't been feeling good, and to be able to come out and compete for her team and stay solid and continue to move forward in a positive way. Her leadership, she's out on a mission, isn't she, this season? And that this is the Sod 2 that we knew that she was, you know what I mean, that she is, but just to her to experience this, other than the struggles in the past from injuries and stuff, I'm just so happy for her.
You've been asked this a lot of times over the last couple of weeks. The team has kind of been up and down. At halftime, it kind of felt like another one of those choppy games, but then everything kind of came together in the third quarter. What were you seeing from your team?
What I've seen from in the first half, the competitive spirit, the will to win, you know, protecting our home court, making some adjustments there, but having that growth to make them, right? Staying locked in, that's our 2 words that we always say is lock in. Winning, short-term enhancements, meaning, you know, we kept saying it's 0-0. You got to win the first 3 minutes. And so we're breaking down the game a little bit more rather than seeing the big picture or the big outcome, you know, at the end. And so that's something that even the players are so engaged, because I heard them say, let's do all we can to make the other coach call the first time out. That's when you know that they're heading in the right direction. And so I absolutely love it.
Hey, Coach, I know it won't show on the stat line, but I did enjoy the game from the backup bigs, especially Awak. She was very aggressive.
Wasn't she great?
On the defense and offensive side. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, I think, you know, with Kay, I mean, just her length, her being able to defend multiple positions. If you notice, we even put her on Brittany Sykes there for a while when she was getting comfortable, you know, pulling up her little mid-range jumper that she's extremely good at. Just having her presence there causes some havoc because they know that she's a shot blocker as well. But big minutes, she will continue to have great minutes. She's working extremely hard, staying positive. And like I said, you never know when your name's going to be called. And so I was proud of our bench this evening as well.
Ms. Dorothy, you got anything back there for us?
Thank you, Miss Dorothy. Good seeing you. I know you're covering a lot. All of you are. I know the free agency and the NBA. Oh, yeah.
We'll
But
switch
we
over
appreciate
to
you're
the
here.
Zoom. M.A. Vopel, start us off, please.
Yeah, Coach Trammell, I wanted to ask you, you guys I think have the second most home wins behind Las Vegas, but road games have been more of a struggle for you guys. You're getting on a stretch now where I believe you have to play 4 of the next 5 on the road. Can you talk about what you've seen so far from your team that maybe you can do a little bit better on the road in the next, week or 2?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things is just staying connected. There's a lot of things on this last trip that hit us off the court, not basketball wise. But I think that's a growth area for us, is to make sure that we can come out and rest when we need to, and continue to hydrate, get our rest, because it's, I always say with our sleep, we've got to bank those hours for sure for moments like this. But that's part of it, having to win on the road, and defense travels. We've got to rely on that defense.
And if I could ask one other question, just in terms of your post play, sort of to follow up on the previous question, how good can this group of post players be, especially as they all, have a chance to play together and gel together?
Yeah, in my opinion, they're the best in the league. And so when you have someone like Kalani Brown that comes off the bench that could start for a lot of teams, that's deadly. When you have a player and Tiara McCowan with her length and physicality, and definitely not going to back down to anyone, they're going to cause some problems. But then we also have that quickness, and we can play a great inside out because we have the shooters on the outside as well. So good mixture. I said this before, but I am so honored and blessed they're on our team.
Rafiq, go ahead, Rafiq.
This is Rafiq with the Brothers Sports Talk. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you, the Wings out rebounded the Washington Mystics about 54-24. I mean, what are your overall impressions of how you literally outlasted the boards?
Well, I think just talking about it every time out, and any time they came down the court, we were yelling rebound, because that started our transition. And we had 20 points in transition, and we knew that was going to be a big advantage for us in this game. And so I'm just proud that they bought into that. And again, we had some 20 points in transition, and that's what they like to do. So the reward is rebound, and then that's like the hot fudge sundae. The cherry on top is getting out and running.
Andy Lipton, go ahead, sir.
If I could ask a follow-up question on
Sorry, Rafiq, only got time for one, bud. Andy, go ahead. Got a couple other folks we got to get to.
Hey, Latricia, congratulations on a really nice win today.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
So you guys come home. Hopefully you guys had some home cooking. You guys were rested. You had a little time to maybe think. Any new perspectives that you came up with? Any aha moments that you kind of thought about this week that maybe you hadn't thought about before?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
Is there
that.
any aha moments
Any aha moments?
that you've experienced prior to this game this week, coming off of a long road trip in the quarter of the season?
Yeah, I think for just the illness that has run through our team, taking care of business. You know what I mean? Being able to come in and compete at a high level. Sawtooth said it best in the locker room that we are freaking good. When everyone's, has all pistols firing. And so I think for her to say that, knowing what she has gone through the last 3 to 4 days, that's when I'm going to say it again, heading in the right direction. So when she said that, I'm like, okay, now we're getting it. Now we're getting it. And this is a great time to do it.
And Christos, last
Thank
question.
you. Oh, one more.
Coach, congratulations on the win, first of all.
Thank you.
Speaking about the effort of your team on the 40-minute in this game, in the 40-minute game, do you feel that this is a chance for you to create some momentum about the next games? And what would you like to carry on from today's game?
I think our defensive presence. I think that was one area. When I had several players from the other team come up to me and say, "Man, I felt you." This is. That's the best compliment you can get from an opponent about your defense. And so I think, as I mentioned a while ago, defense travels, and we're really going to need to rely that and make our defense turn into our offense. It's going to be big, because Vegas is a very connected team.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right,
Coach.
guys. Appreciate you, okay?